What if the most dangerous fact ever revealed isn't hidden anymore, but simply ignored because it feels too uncomfortable to face? This isn't fear bait or speculation. It's a documented reality that experts understand, systems acknowledge quietly, and yet most people are never encouraged to think about deeply. When this fact surfaced, it didn't cause chaos. It caused avoidance. In today's video, we're breaking down the most dangerous fact humanity has ever uncovered, why acknowledging it threatens our sense of control, and how artificial intelligence has made this truth impossible to dismiss. Watch carefully, because understanding this doesn't just change what you think, it changes how you see responsibility, power, and the future itself. Before we continue, like this video, share it with someone who isn't afraid of uncomfortable truths, and subscribe to FactVex. What comes next explains why this fact unsettles governments, experts, and institutions. And the final points reveal why simply knowing it already puts you ahead of most people. The fact that redefined danger, the most dangerous fact ever revealed, isn't about weapons, disasters, or extinction. It's the realization that highly complex systems eventually escape full human control. Artificial intelligence analysis showed that once systems pass a certain size and interconnection, outcomes become statistically inevitable rather than preventable. That discovery shattered the belief that intelligence equals mastery. The danger lies not in catastrophe itself, but in predictability without control. Humans can forecast failures they can't stop. That gap between awareness and power is what makes this fact dangerous. It forces us to accept limits we were never trained to acknowledge. Once control is revealed as partial rather than absolute, every decision becomes a calculated risk instead of a guarantee. That changes everything. Why this fact was resisted for years. Accepting this truth destabilizes confidence. Artificial intelligence models showed that institutions rely more on perceived control than actual control. Admitting limits risks panic, distrust, and loss of authority. That's why this fact was softened, technicalized, or avoided altogether. Humans prefer optimism over accuracy when the alternative feels paralyzing. Resistance wasn't about ignorance, it was about stability. As long as systems appeared functional, nobody wanted to ask how fragile they really were. How artificial intelligence made denial impossible. Artificial intelligence didn't discover danger, it measured it. By analyzing global data patterns, artificial intelligence revealed repeating failure structures across industries, climates, economies, and infrastructures. Different inputs, same outcomes. That repetition couldn't be explained away. It wasn't coincidence. It was design consequence. Humans often explain failures emotionally or politically. The moment control became an illusion. Control didn't disappear. It was exposed. Artificial intelligence showed that humans manage appearances, not outcomes. Systems respond to incentives, not intentions. Once that became clear, the illusion broke. The danger here is psychological. People function best when they believe effort guarantees results. This fact proved effort only influences probabilities. Why governments struggle with this truth? Governments operate on confidence and predictability. This fact undermines both. Artificial intelligence projections showed that acknowledging limits publicly increases anxiety faster than solutions can be deployed. That imbalance is dangerous politically. Leaders aren't trained to communicate uncertainty, they're trained to project stability. So this truth remained technical rather than conversational, not hidden, but untranslated. The psychological impact on society, 130 to 135 words. When awareness spreads, panic isn't the first response, reflection is. Artificial intelligence sentiment analysis showed hesitation replacing outrage. People didn't fear collapse, they feared uncertainty. Humans can prepare for threats but struggle with inevitability. This fact forced people to accept that some outcomes can't be prevented, only absorbed. Why technology can't fully save us, 130, 135 words. Technology solves problems by creating new layers. Artificial intelligence revealed that each solution adds complexity, and complexity introduces fragility. Progress doesn't eliminate danger, it redistributes it. That's the dangerous truth. There is no final fix, only ongoing management. Innovation can delay outcomes, not delete them. Artificial intelligence forecasting showed that some risks are trade-offs, not mistakes. That realization breaks the myth of total technological salvation. Safety becomes a moving target instead of a destination. Knowing this doesn't reduce progress, it humbles it, and humility is uncomfortable in systems built on optimism. Earth responds faster than we do. One terrifying discovery is that Earth reacts not gradually, but abruptly, in ways humans rarely anticipate. Artificial intelligence analysis revealed tipping points where years of slow damage suddenly trigger massive system shifts. Climate systems, ecosystems, and geological processes do not negotiate or escalate politely. They snap. Human response time simply cannot match planetary feedback speed. The danger is not ignorance. The danger is delay. By the time consequences become visible to people, reversibility has already narrowed or disappeared. Artificial intelligence removed optimism bias by identifying clear thresholds where recovery stops being possible. Earth is not fragile. It is responsive. That distinction matters deeply. It means consequences do not wait for political agreement, social consensus, or public understanding. They arrive when systems decide conditions have been crossed, regardless of whether humanity is ready to respond. Why planning will never be the same. After this fact was acknowledged, planning changed quietly but permanently. Artificial intelligence forced institutions to move away from certainty-based planning toward resilience-based planning. That shift feels like a psychological downgrade people resist instinctively. Planning once focused on prevention and control. Now it focuses on absorption, recovery, and continuity under stress. Systems prepare for impact rather than avoidance. That admission feels dangerous because it acknowledges vulnerability instead of mastery. The silence after acceptance. Once this fact settled into institutional understanding, something unusual happened. Noise disappeared. Artificial intelligence models updated quietly. Policies adjusted without explanation. Behavior changed subtly across systems. But there was no public announcement. That silence is the most dangerous part. It signals acceptance rather than alarm. When society absorbs a truth quietly, it becomes background reality instead of a topic for debate. Discussion fades while adaptation begins invisibly. The absence of panic does not mean safety, it means normalization. Why? This was always inevitable. This revelation was not an accident or a failure of leadership. Artificial intelligence did not create complexity, it simply revealed limits that were already present. Large systems always expose constraints once they grow beyond manageable thresholds. Global interconnection compressed timelines that once unfolded slowly. What used to take centuries now unfolds within decades. Inevitability is not about collapse. It is about scale and acceleration. Humans did not invent danger. They increased exposure to it faster than adaptation could keep pace. Why? Awareness is the only real advantage. The most dangerous fact does not demand fear. It demands awareness. Artificial intelligence adapts continuously, updating assumptions as conditions change. Humans must learn to do the same. Those who understand limits plan better than those clinging to certainty. Awareness does not weaken society, it matures it. The future will not belong to those who deny risk or chase comfort. It will belong to those who navigate uncertainty intelligently. This fact does not end progress. It redefines responsibility. Once awareness replaces denial, decisions improve even when outcomes remain uncertain. Danger does not disappear when acknowledged, but ignorance does. And removing ignorance is the single greatest survival advantage any system or individual can possess in a complex and unpredictable world shaped by accelerating change. If this video made you uncomfortable, that discomfort is not a flaw. It is awareness forming. The most dangerous facts are not dramatic or cinematic. They are quiet truths about limits we did not want to confront. At FactVex, we do not chase fear or exaggeration. We break down realities that change how you think, not just what you believe. Understanding danger does not weaken you. It strengthens decision-making. Thanks for staying till the end and engaging with ideas that require patience and honesty. Stay curious, stay grounded, and stay mentally flexible. The future will not reward blind confidence. It will reward those who can see reality clearly, adapt intelligently, and move forward without illusions. Awareness is not comfort. It is preparedness, clarity, and survival intelligence.